Hello, and welcome to the Basement Show. I'm Jake Tooley, and I'll be your host today. Normally, I'd be joined by Noah Watson, my co-host, but unfortunately, the old chap has fallen ill. He's up sick in his room. Not the COVID sick, but still sick nonetheless. And also, due to scheduling, I put all our eggs in one basket. That was today. Because he was ill, our guest canceled. No blame there. That seems reasonable. Didn't want to come over. Didn't want to risk it. That's fine. However, I didn't have anything else planned. This was the plan. We were going to record today for a podcast tomorrow. And without recording today, there is no podcast tomorrow. So, big setback for the Basement Show there today. It sucks, but I'm dealing with it. And first, let me tell you about what we're doing with this podcast. We're doing seasons, which is weird. That's like, what? That's a TV thing. Which really just means we're going to release 10 episodes, call it Season 1, and then take a few weeks, and then we'll start Season 2. And, it's not going to be full fall, spring stuff. Because of that stupid decision, this week was supposed to be the season finale. And, wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't literally just posted on Instagram a coming this Thursday thing, and I really built up to this moment for all, probably 10 of you. 30 people liked the Instagram post, but I know, about a third of them really listen. So, all that to say is this is not the season finale. That's coming, hopefully, next week. For now, this is episode 9.75. Last week was technically our 10th release. We called it 9.5 because Noah was out of town. Now Noah's sick, so this is 9.75. If you don't like it, there's no rules. These are rules I made for myself, and I'm upset that I'm breaking them, but you shouldn't be upset. Because you shouldn't care. This is upsetting to me, though. You shouldn't care. But it's been a rough day. I got a text that Noah was sick. And I said, okay, I can make this work. So I really cleaned. I Clorox wiped the shit out of everything, making it safe for our guest. As safe as possible. And Noah really stayed upstairs anyways. Cleaned, really got the whole space ready. It was like it was like a holiday when your mom was making you get everything ready. I really cleaned. And, but then I thought it would be best to let him know. He wasn't comfortable with it. So then I completely panicked, started freaking out. But let's see, what am I going to do? I got to release a podcast on Thursday. That's the rule of the universe. By that I mean my rule personally. I am my own universe. And this podcast is at the center of it. So it really hurt that I couldn't do what I wanted to do today. But then I went on a walk, smoked a joint, listened to the Beatles, listened to some White Denim. That's a band, and, that's not pants. Went to a 7-Eleven, got a new Starbucks coffee flavor thing. That's great, real sweet. It was good. And threw a little curveball with the snack option. Normally I'll get like chips or some kind of candy bar, but I was like, let's mix things up. Let's get a Rice Krispie. When's the last time you had a Rice Krispie? Couldn't tell you. It's been years. So I wanted a Rice Krispie. That sounded pretty good. And you can't just buy like a normal Rice Krispie at a 7-Eleven. Not this one, at least. They had a bunch of different variations of Rice Krispies, but they don't just have a vanilla one, which is the one I wanted. So I settled for the one with M&Ms on it. That seemed the least, over the top. They're all over. It's like one's dipped in, it's called like coated or something. It's got a coating of layer of icing sugar on the outside of an already sugary, right? Like, why did they... Was that your solution to what's wrong with the Rice Krispie treat? It didn't have a separate crust layer of icing on it? Anyways, I got that one. And here's the thing. I respect Rice Krispies as like a brand. That's some macho shit. They've released their recipe on how to make their product to the world. Everyone knows how to make. You can make them right in your oven. You know, moms do it with their kids. Everyone knows how to make Rice Krispies. We did it for Christmas and shit. But they're never nearly as good as what they're selling at, not at 7-Eleven, but at the grocery store, wherever you can find a regular Rice Krispie. They're never as good. Ever. They're fine. You know, your mom gets them and you're like, oh, you did your best. But it's not the same. It's not, you peel that wrapper off, you know. And they're just, that's ballsy. They put it out to the whole world. My point is that I ate a snack and smoked some weed and got over my turmoil. Well, we're making an episode anyways, doing it solo. It's going well. Only edited a few times so far. So, anyways, this is going to be a smaller episode. I went back and I found a little clip from when me, Ben Levy, and Noah would live stream. This is from like May 15th, I think. So, a lot's happened since then. This was right when I dyed my hair. So you'll hear live stream comments come in. We'll read them. Kind of annoying. No big deal. Just ignore it. A lot of them are going to be about my new, at the time, haircut and hair dye situation. That was a big change. I forgot how fun that was to reveal that to them. Anyways, we had a conversation about something that happened in the past. Let me tell you, I have a history of burping in my friends' faces as a joke. Now, some of you might have gone, that's pretty funny. Some of you, rightfully so, might have gone, what? That's horrible to do to a friend. Both are correct answers, I think. I think it's a horrible thing, and that's also why it makes it so funny. And I've done this to a lot of my friends. In high school, it was a big deal. I just watched Jackass, wanted to be like them. Did it to my college buddies. Nobody has ever really reacted that strongly other than like, what the fuck? That's about it. That's about as violent as they got. And then, my old friend Ben Levy, not really old, new at the time, did it to him, thought we were that close, thought we were friends, and it was just going to get like, why would you do that? And Ben Levy smacked me in front of my friends. Really hurts even to think about it. I'm embarrassed. He really shunned me unnecessarily, in my opinion. I don't think it warranted a slap. I don't think it warranted violence. But you get to hear the full dialogue between the three of us about this, and you pick a side. Somebody's knocking. Hello? Well, his ears must have been itching because Ben Levy just knocked on my door as I was talking about this month-old argument. Anywho, as I was saying, you pick a side. You get to hear both my argument, Ben's argument, and Noah's moderation of the situation. And it's fun, and people are roasting me in the comments, and it's a good old time. Not the season finale, of course. Not that special, but it's filler. Let's call it filler. Anime does filler. We can do filler. This is filler. They don't typically label it as filler, but it's filler. Without further ado, here is episode 9.75. Please enjoy, and we'll see you next week for the season finale. Fingers crossed.
I'm so close to hitting you. Alright.
We're like in line. Noah's punched me before, and I've slapped Jake before.
For no reason at all.
If you want to get into that.
No reason at all that he can prove.
Yeah.
I can prove. Noah can back me up.
No,
I absolutely can.
We were alone.
Absolutely can.
So what happened was...
You believe him, you can't back him up.
Because you've done what he slapped you for to me multiple times, and I should have hit you for it.
My point is that he can't prove.
Yeah, that's proof. I have a witness.
There was no witness. It was me and you. He just believes your story. That's not a witness.
Fucking hill to die on.
If this was the court of law, he slapped me for no reason.
If this was the court of law, I would call to the stand Mr.
But it's
Noah
not,
Watson.
and you're just a dick.
It's
not, and you're just a dick who burped in people's faces until he got hit.
Yeah.
And now your hill that you're willing to die on is that nobody saw you burp.
Yeah.
They saw the slap. They didn't see the burp.
He burped, and
why aren't
Jake's
Noah's eyebrows blonde? Because I can't commit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would hurt so bad.
It would hurt really bad. The hair hurt like a motherfucker. That was terrible.
Jake's hair hurt, but in a different way. Emotionally, it hurt me.
It hurts other people's eyes.
It was sad.
Yeah.
My point is that they saw the slap, and they have no clue why.
Yeah, and that's what was so frustrating about it was all that they saw was me slap you in the face, but
you could have told
literally for the few months before that, like you burp and then you blow it in my face, and I would just smell what you ate, and I was like, I was just this so gross.
Did you just condescend at him over the explanation of how fucking gross it was?
You're mad at my yes ending tonight.
But I'm telling you because it's insane to me that you're trying to defend yourself.
Yeah. And then so he burps and then he blows it in my face, and I was like, all right, like that's disgusting and that's a line, and if you keep doing that, I'm gonna hit you. And so the thing is that if you tell someone, if you do this, if you cross this boundary, I'm going to hit you, and then they continue to do it, it's no longer your fault. It's not your fault for hitting them because you told them what was going to happen. And so that's what happened. We were at Doe. We were at Mississippi Pizza. He burps, blows it in my face. There's a bunch of people around, and I fucking slapped him. Not even that hard. It was
and
like
everyone was like, whoa, what the fuck?
No. Everyone was like, whoa. And then I was like, yeah, but I told them, and then they were like, okay. But it was hard to explain.
They did not believe
that. You want to see how a normal person responds to this, right?
Yeah.
When I hit you, did you deserve it?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Here's my, I've also brought this up before, is why do we have to resort to violence?
Shut up, dude. Because would you have stopped?
Yeah.
You didn't stop with the threat of violence.
I still haven't stopped.
Dude,
I haven't done it since.
You have not done it since. If you do it again, I'll hit you.
Yeah. You know what
If you do it again, I will hit you.
I'll have the same conversation.
All right.
Which is ridiculous. You know what all this is
why
you
need to
getting
hit somebody.
Yeah.
Justifiably because it works. Look like an older Steven Seagal. Yeah, a redder Steven Seagal.
You know what's fucked up is he said that, and I was insulted on behalf of Steven Seagal.
Jake, you're not gonna get me on your side.
I'm not trying to.
Okay.
Whoa, you had to resort to violence.
Yeah. What other, also, if we're talking about forming boundaries, I've formed a lot of boundaries that you couldn't give two fucks about.
Right, but there's a difference.
So the one is like, okay, well, you do a gross thing, and I hit you, that's okay.
Also,
you do a gross thing, and I just fucking take it. If I hit you, if you want me to start hitting you to prove a point,
no, but
that's your world now. Is I can start hitting you.
Yeah.
It would get him to stop
smacking you for gross things that you do. You want to start that world?
There's an invasion of like when you burp and blow it in someone's face. It's not like you just did something gross. It's like you did something gross and then you blow it in my face. It's like farting in someone's face. It's like you don't.
It's way different. Burps are way more acceptable than
farts. It's still real gross.
And even so,
why I did it is because it's gross.
Yeah, and then even like so, you had a point where with your fry thing, boundaries that people don't like. Fucking, I. For a while was annoying about that, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I came around and I was like, I'm sorry, and I will respect that boundary.
That was 2 weeks ago, dude.
Yeah, but still.
You haven't even had a chance to not do that yet.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, now that bars aren't open, we're not getting fries anymore. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop eating shit off your plate. Yeah.
But still. Okay. When you wanted me to stop brushing my teeth in the sink and start brushing them in the sink, me. I did.
Well, and it also took two separate house meetings to get you to stop hawking loogies in the sink and just leaving them dry.
So, by your point, is if I really want you to not do something gross, I can hit you in the face.
No, you're allowed to set personal boundaries with your own personal
space. I'm going to start.
It was the same shit with Noah. The same reason Noah hit me was because I wasn't respecting his personal boundaries, and that's just a thing where you fucking...
Yeah.
You cross
There are times, dude, sometimes when you get hit, you deserve to get hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can just
Burping
happen.
in the face is not one.
I disagree.
The world disagrees. Every person I've talked to about this has been like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Are you talking to violent people or non-violent people?
I think farting in Jake's pillow would be justified.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a certain context in which somebody does something, you hit them, and
I didn't hit you the first time. I didn't the first time you did it. Even though
true.
There's probably people who would have hit you the first time. I didn't.
Am I allowed to hit back?
No.
No.
I mean, kind of, but I think it's if somebody says, "Hey, this is bothering me. If you do it again, I'm gonna react." Yeah. You can't get mad at the reaction.
But I'm not allowed to react to their reaction. Their reaction is violent. Well, I'm not allowed to. I'm just supposed to then get hit. You
can't look at this like the cause and effect, right? Right where it's okay. I'll give you an example, right? Fucking my friend threw a bag of dog shit at a guy's window, right?
Okay. I love this story.
The guy whose bag of dog shit that got thrown at his window opened up the window and started yelling at my friend. My friend called him an asshole for yelling at him.
Yeah.
He threw the bag of dog shit.
Wait, tell it.
You were throwing the bag of dog shit at Jake's face. At Ben's face, and so he hit you for it.
Yeah.
And now you're mad because he hit you. You picked up the bag of dog shit and you thought, you know what I should do? Throw this in his face. But he got mad, and now you're mad about it.
Yeah.
He still got dog shit on his face. You just had to deal with the consequences.
You got dog shit on your hands.
But then, if you could just start throwing dog shit at me again, and then we have a dog shit fight. And then he
doesn't want a dog shit fight. He wants the dog shit to stop hitting him in the head.
He should have yelled at me.
Here's the thing.
No. I think what should have happened is you should have realized that your actions have consequences, and then evaluated that in order to stop taking the action.
Consequences are fine, but some consequences are more justified than others.
No, you just didn't like what the consequence was.
Also, to be fair, correct. I didn't.
Your whole argument is that you didn't like that what you did had a consequence. You just didn't agree with it. So if it had been,
I think it should have been a different consequence.
But you don't get to choose.
What was the consequence?
I don't get to choose.
No. Yeah. Because the first time I gave you a verbal, I was like, "Yo, I'm not cool with that. If you do it again, I'm gonna hit you."
I also just didn't take you serious.
Totally. Which is also on you. Yeah. Which is like you go up.
Because it's just, you're like, okay, dude, you're gonna hit somebody because they burped at you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Burped in their face.
Yeah, burping. Burping at someone and burping while you're standing next to someone and then turning and blowing it in their face.
It's hilarious.
It's disrespectful.
That's why it's hilarious.
Yeah, well that's fine.
Dude, okay, but there's also Noah's being the dad Jake never had.
You're just trying to see the good in people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I understand not wanting to get hit. Nobody wants to get hit. Yeah. Nobody wants to get hit. That's why it's a viable fucking consequence for an action that you're taking, dude. Yeah. It's of course it's shitty.
I think there could have been a lot of, you could have yelled at me. You could have publicly shamed me. You could have, been like, did you see that, everybody? He just fucking burped in my face, and they would have been all like, ew, dude, gross.
No, dude, the thing is he knows that wouldn't have worked with you.
Yeah.
The thing is, it wouldn't have. So it's at what point, honestly, that's viable. If you can see with a certain personality type in particular that some shit's gonna work with you. Hitting you would work, dude. Yeah. Hitting you would work because if you're so shameless, it's insane, dude. It's just at what point if it gets dire enough, and it's like with certain people, the consequence has to get dire quicker. You know what I mean? You're one of those people. If it really bothers you, you really gotta jump to the shit that's gonna get it to stop.
I would like to make this point. I didn't realize that it did bother you that much beforehand. If I thought you were actually gonna hit me, I would probably not have done it. Because I don't like. No, you hit me.
All right.
With your open fist. You hit me. I would also like to make the point that it didn't actually hurt that bad. I just like to bring it up a lot. I'm not a pussy. Yeah. And third, I forget the third thing.
Yeah.
I'll remember in a minute.
It's over now. You haven't burped in my face since then.
Oh, that was the third thing. Is I didn't stop because you hit me. I immediately decided the next time I have the opportunity. It's just been like I haven't burped near bed. I don't burp that much.
I'll hit you again if you like. That's.
I just haven't burped near bed recently.
Like it's an established cause and effect at this point,
and it's your fault if you do it. It's like if you have a dog and you train it to hit a button and a thing will happen. It's like that's what you're doing. If the dog hits a button and water sprays at it, right? Yeah. The button is what's making the water spray, but the dog is actually making the water spray because he knows if he does this, this is the effect.
So I'm the dog, the button's the burp,
yes,
and you're
and
the
I'm
water?
The spray of water.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like literally you know what the result of your actions is going to be.
3 escalations from Noah punching to him.
What did he say? It's always 5.
Yeah. What if murder is the stop? Family therapy will be interesting. Yeah. Silas is kind of our family therapist, but also they still show up and do some fucking nut shit, dude. They do this shit where they just like pretend to relapse in front of me all the time, and like when I'm like upset with them about it, they're like, why would you think I was trying to do that? And it's always like you just cracked open a non-alcoholic beer, kept your hand in front of the label, and started drinking in front of me, and we're like it's got no alcohol, dude. Why are you being weird, dude? Like you just gaslight me as a joke.
It's just a prank.
They do that to me too. They're like, yeah, I got so high or whatever.
Pavlov's burp. We could get into philosophy about this.
I'm tired of pretending I know who Pavlov is.
He's the guy that did the dog thing you were just talking
about.
Oh. But it wasn't...
Fuck. No example you just gave.
But it wasn't a water stream. It was just food. It wasn't a negative thing. He did it with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me food every time you rang a bell.
The theory is he rang a bell and he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
And then, that's the thing with Dwight in The Office where he...
With the mints.
Yeah.
With the Jello, we get it. We all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, every time he rang a bell, he put his Jello stapler.
Jello stapler. Whew. Well, that was, we got a little chunk out of the way there.
Talking about slapping too, and it's like, and you got like a soft, open-handed slap. Like Noah punched me in the face.
Well, I did. Worse.
Yeah. And you know what? You want to talk about that now?
No,
why did you deserve
that?
So, yeah, exactly. So this is like our counter argument. Pavlov fucked a dog. That's great. So basically what happened is we went out to a bar and there was a pretty girl there. You know what I mean? Ben thought she was pretty. So she was like, how am I going to impress this girl? How about I just start slapping Noah for no reason all the time? And so I was like I got mad. Yeah. And Ben, I love you to death, but he can't recognize when something's real mad or like fun mad. You know what I mean? He's got no distinction. So he'll just keep doing shit until he it's really cemented in his head this is an issue. Yeah. So he just slapped me over and over again and I punched him in his face.
Yeah.
That's justified.
Yeah.
It was honestly
responding to violence with violence.
What actually
in front
happened,
of the girl.
What actually
so
happened,
it was embarrassing twice for him. Because honestly, the initial action didn't make him look good.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna fuck you for slapping for somebody.
But I wasn't slapping you. I was like touching your face.
You were repeatedly slapping me.
Yeah.
You were repeatedly slapping.
And then I got up to go like smoke a cigarette, and I remember you grabbed my shirt or something and like pulled me to the table. And then I was like, oh, he's actually mad.
Yeah.
And then I came back and you were like, I think you should let me punch you in the face, or like you were like, can I punch you in the face? And I was like,
you asked.
Yeah, he
that
asked.
Takes it. That takes a little bit out of it.
And I was like,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I mean, that's if he asked if he could slap you, would you have let him? No, exactly. I know Ben would have because he's a good friend. Yeah.
And we both knew. Literally, we both knew. I felt shitty. He was mad at me, and we both knew. All right, if he punches me, his anger will leave probably, and then also my guilt will leave a little bit. Yeah. So it was just squashed.
So you're telling me this is what I'm getting out of this story, that Ben has a history of unwarranted slaps.
No, that wasn't.
No, dude.
If you were on the stand, just help me, dude.
We just took 2 steps forward and like 8 steps back, and
has a history of slapping people.
I felt like I got how cordial it was. It was a really good thing, and you know what we came to, and you know what, me and Ben have had a few altercations since then. We almost killed each other. I'm so glad we stopped working together in a kitchen because it almost ruined our entire friendship. Dude, we almost beat the shit out of each other so many times.
Yeah, there's that one time we were playing with the fucking dressings, like those. Tubes of dressing. Yeah. And I forget how it started, but it was like you went like this and like it like squirted like
a little bit.
Yeah.
But then
and
you
then I came
caught
back.
Me right in the eye.
I was like, and then I was like, well, that was way more than just got.
You screamed. And then I got you back in the face, and then we both stood there, and we were like, "Are we just gonna beat the shit out of each other right now?" And we just had to call it and go to different parts of the kitchen for a minute.
Yep. No, that was probably good for our friendship.
That was like the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
Was the exchange right? 5 slaps to a punch? I don't think so. I think 2 slaps to a punch.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because a slap is more disrespectful than a punch. It's not about pain. It's about the disrespect of a slap.
A slap is
A slap is almost like
have you guys seen those
it's emasculating to get slapped.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, dude, the thing is,
it's more emasculating to get burped and then blown in your face, and then to just do not. Like if I saw someone
person to person, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
About him. I burped in his face. I don't care about him,
dude.
Dude,
I'm not thinking about him. I'm burping in his face.
Yeah.
2 slaps for a chin punch, 5 slaps for a nose crack.
That's a good ratio.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. That's straight up solid. The care react is great for it. I'd hug Vasquez for that.
Yeah, but
I've never been punched in the face.
You've never been punched? I honestly think it's good for you. I think it's a good thing to have happen.
Why just avoid
it's like that Bill Burr bit. You usually you get hit in the face on the car ride home. You're probably like, it's being kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jake Tooley, and then in the car ride home, you're like, I can't believe he resorted to violence.
And he goes, these caveman politics. We are such an advanced society. We burp in each other's faces without consequence.
That's America.
Yeah.
How about it like there's a money exchange when I burp in your face? I'll pay you.
No, how much?
How much do you? Let's negotiate. Instead of punching me, I give you X amount of dollars to burp in your face.
No.
What? That is insane.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
like
how much you want to burp into his face.
There you go. Hand him a 10. All right.
That's nuts. It's like I have $10 left this month. I could buy a meal or I could burp in Ben's face.
Yeah. What's your amount for me to burp? What's an acceptable? How much are you paying to not get slapped? Let's put it that way.
Okay, so in order to not get slapped, you'd have to give me like $30.
$30?
Yeah.
$30. That's solid. Dude, I would have gone higher.
I'd rather get slapped.
I was thinking about going higher. I'd rather get slapped than $30.
No, I'd rather get slapped than hand somebody $30.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 150.
150.
I would go 150 because I know that means you're not gonna burp in my face, and if you do, you either get slapped. How bad do you want to burp in his face, dude?
Different question. How badly do you not want to get slapped? That's what I'm thinking of.
That's like a fetish.
Oh, I don't care. I'd rather get slapped anytime. Especially if I deserved it. You know what I mean? If I burped in your face and I either had to give you $150 for it or get slapped, I'm fucking getting slapped.
That's me too. Where's the point where we don't get slapped and we just pay him money though?
Where's the point where you just don't burp in people's faces and no one gets slapped and no one has to pay any money?
This is all hypothetical, Ben.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? It started with something very real.
If it was real, I would have given you money to burp in your face. But apparently, it's hypothetical.
Also, then you try to slander me and make me seem like I was just some kind of
hashtag punch Tooley. $50 for oil wrestling.
Oil wrestling.
Is Tooley trying to get a job at Guitar Center?
You do, yeah.
I'm going to sell drumsticks.
You're going to sell drumsticks?
Mm-hmm.
It's so...
At KFC.
I think
dude, if you started just giving people chicken, oh my god. It's like, what animal is this? He said it was chicken, but I don't think it was a chicken, dude. It's got hairs on it.
It's got my hairs on. All the chickens look like me. Dude, that's my thing.
I got squirrel jerky one time.
Where?
Fucking this guy I knew just went out. Dude, this guy I know went out, killed a squirrel, made jerky out of it.
Alright, folks. That's it. That's this week. That's episode 9.75. Not a big one, but we'll have more. We're coming up on the season finale. Can you believe it? Do you believe me? I don't even know if I do. But it's coming. It's going to be great. It's going to be special. So tune in, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.